Welcome to Weiss on Film. On each episode of Weiss on Film, we're going to take an everyday approach to movie reviews. Why don't you go over and get yourself some refreshments? There you go. And then we're going to head over to the screening room. All right, you got everything? Are we ready? Let's get into the screening room and get ready to see what we have in store this time on Weiss on Film. An idealistic defense attorney whose life gets upended when his boss and mentor, a legendary civil rights icon, dies unexpectedly, this time on Weiss on Film. Hey everybody, welcome to Weiss on Film. So glad you joined us today at the screening room. And if you're enjoying the program, would you please leave us a positive rating and review on your favorite podcast provider or over at the website. Just go to purplepitstudios.com, look for Weiss on Film, and you can leave us a rating right there as well and listen to more episodes of Weiss on Film. And share the podcast too as well. So this time on Weiss on Film, Roman J. Israel is an idealistic defense attorney whose life gets upended when his boss and mentor, the legendary civil rights icon William Henry Jackson, dies unexpectedly. He is then recruited to join a law firm led by George Pierce, an ambitious lawyer who is one of Jackson's former students. Israel's legacy of activism soon gets put to the test when he takes on the case of Langston Bailey, a young man accused of murdering a convenience store clerk. We're talking about the movie Roman J. Israel, Esquire, this time on Weiss on Film. We'll let you have a listen to the trailer, and then I'll be back in a moment or two, and we're going to talk about this film and give you my thoughts.
Mr. Ramirez was told he was not under arrest, and yet he was refused use of the bathroom. That's a violation of civil rights.
You can wait and address this at trial.
Oh, I would like to address it now. I'm just saying...
Mr. Israel.
If guards in this courtroom would not allow you to use the bathroom, you would, by all definition, be detained.
I'm going to hold you in contempt if you continue to pursue this.
You're asking me to obey an erroneous court decision, and you tell me to wait. In my experience, wait.
Okay, find you in contempt.
Voluntary manslaughter. It's a good deal.
It's an enema of sunshine.
Sorry for
Taking a nanosecond off of your assembly line rubber stamp existence. Hello?
Everybody looking at you crazy.
Roman Israel.
We'll talk about what to expect if you are arrested.
We're gonna rap. I don't mean hip-hop. I'm sorry. Why are the sisters standing and the brothers sitting?
That's gendered and sexist.
And polite.
And patronizing.
And polite.
This law firm has run a deficit for years.
You're firing me?
You were a cornerstone of activism. You're inspiring.
I'm tired of doing the impossible for the ungrateful.
And you gotta make a living. Take care of yourself.
I am.
I know where CJ's hold up. What's that worth?
A lot.
Don't tell nobody.
Everything we discuss will be confidential. The man who did it, I know where he is. I want the reward, cash. The world is full of wonderful things.
Well, what do you think?
When can I move in?
I just heard something about you from a solid source.
You knew where I was.
God!
I got you anytime I want.
God!
These are dangerous people.
Roman, I'm concerned about you.
I went to war last night. I've been dealing with depression ever since an adolescent.
You don't just walk away from this.
I'm not walking away. I can finish this.
Each one of us is greater than the worst thing we've ever done.
And there you have it. There's the trailer for Roman J. Israel Esquire, starring the incomparable Denzel Washington. And wow, this movie. Let's start off with this film right off the bat. What a movie this was! I must say I thoroughly liked and enjoyed this movie. What a cast as well. You've got Denzel Washington playing Roman J. Esquire. You got Colin Farrell playing George Pierce. You've got a multitude of stars. Hugo Armstrong, Sam Gilroy. You've got Amanda Warren in this. Tony Plana. Just to name a few. And the acting is stellar and superb. Okay, the story is gripping and it makes you want to follow and really get invested in these characters as well. This movie here, the unusual thing about this film is 54% of people enjoyed it from Rotten Tomatoes, and it only got a 6.5 on the Internet Movie Database, which I found rather surprising. This film was done in the year 2017, released in November of 2017. But the story itself, it takes you inside Denzel Washington's character, and he's got some quirks. The character that he's playing has some quirks. He's more of an introvert, a behind-the-scenes kind of character, a guy, a brilliant savant, legal savant, and he just has trouble in today's society, as far as, modern society, with social interactions with people. However, at his core, he has a good heart, but he does something that is construed as controversial that will be found out by watching the film Roman J. Israel. It does pose a moral dilemma in the area of law. And though it may be portrayed as being done with good intentions, there is a legal dilemma that the filmmaker invites you in to analyze in your own mind and mull over. Now, again, being that it's a film with Denzel Washington and a great cast, Colin Farrell and many others that we just talked about, you always get a stellar performance from Denzel Washington in any movie he is in. I have not seen any film that Denzel Washington has been in that I can just say, ugh. Everything, I believe he gives a stellar performance. He puts his all into it. I never come away feeling that he is just, being like, well, I'm just phoning it in for the paycheck. Okay. So that being said, on this film, you root for Roman in this film. You do. You want him. You want to see what's going to happen to him as the story unfolds and develops. The tragedy that is portrayed in the first few minutes of this film, and how is he going to rebound? Is he going to sell out to the man, or is he going to, try and walk the line of his beliefs? And then there's kind of an epiphany or a pivotal moment of decision in the film for Roman J. Israel, and he has to make a moral decision. Now, does he make the correct one? Well, the filmmakers, they leave it up to the audience to decide, which I think was very tastefully done and presented in such a way that, oh, okay. Another actor that is in this movie, Amanda Warren, you might know her if you're watching the new series East New York on CBS. She plays a main character in East New York, plays a police commissioner, or a police sergeant, I believe it is. And very good in that as well. I recognized her right away. I'm like, she's the young lady in East New York. But there's, like I said, many, many excellent performances for Roman J. Israel Esquire. And as the film goes to a crescendo and nears its conclusion, you wonder what's going to happen and the road they take you down. I don't want to give away the ending of the film, but this one is definitely worth your time if you're a Denzel Washington fan, and more importantly as well, if you're a fan of a good drama with some moral, ethical questions raised. You're going to really, I think, enjoy this film. It's kind of an unusual performance by Denzel Washington. It is based, basically, it takes you through, the many facets of what he can portray. And I think he does an admirable job on this. So without further ado, Roman J. Israel Esquire for Weiss on Film. We're going to give our stamp of approval for this film and say, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Roman J. Israel Esquire. Out of 5 buckets of popcorn, we're going to give this one 4 for Roman J. Israel Esquire, starring Denzel Washington. It's a crime drama. It's a little bit over 2 hours long, but again, if you're a Denzel Washington fan, you like a crime drama type of films, things along the line of like Law and Order and things of that nature, you're going to enjoy this film. So that's all the time we have for on this episode of Weiss on Film. I'm going to go back and clean up the screening room. And until next time, my friends, look for more episodes at purplepitchstudios.com. And please leave us a positive rate and review if you're enjoying the podcast. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at mail, M-A-I-L, mail at weissonfilm.com or weissonfilm at purplepitchstudios.com. Until next time, my friend, I am going to save you some popcorn, and I look forward to seeing you again in the screening room on the next episode of Weiss on Film.